All right, guys, we are back, and we're gonna take some of your questions from Reddit. We'll start. We might start doing some call-ins. I know a lot of subscribers have been asking whether we're gonna start doing some sub call-ins because I do some sub call-ins and unfiltered. We will start doing them soon. I just need to make sure somebody usually helps me out, one of my admins and mods with that, and I have to make sure he's available during the day. So we will do that soon. I promise you, we will. And you guys can ask us live on air, like any of your questions. All right, Kit Kat C. I think it's Kit Kats. Tempo Storm has been crushing every tournament recently. How confident are you guys coming into DreamHack Summer with your full competitive lineup in attendance?
Very. I think we have a really good feel on this metagame. I think Hunter's nerfed, so Tides is in a happy spot finally, and yeah, I think we'll do very well. I hope you guys cheer us on. I think we'll win.
Like first, second, third win, or just
Oh,
one
it
of the
depends on how they're
winners?
seated, right? Might have to play each other. Like I don't know if Gara and Tides will have to play each other,
Right.
but first definitely. The other spots, I don't know.
Okay. All right. That's definitely confident, and Gar's been doing really well, and Gar just won Deck Wars just like an hour ago against Lothar. So lots of stuff. Tides, he's still King of the Hill, right? I think
Yeah.
Tide's still in ESL King of the Hill, and he won Deck Wars too. So definitely some good stuff happening right now. On fire. Totally protocol. Another Reynad question. Bunch of Reynad questions here. Me and Trump are just gonna be like, yeah, yeah. He asked Reynad, after the success of your recent arena tournament, do you think we'll see Blizzard introduce a friendly arena mode, or a tournament mode with arena draft as an option? Also, was part of
Yeah,
the
that'd be
reason you held this type of tournament to gauge interest in the type of tournament with the community catch Blizzard's attention? Oh,
That would be sweet. If we get like spectator mode or any tournament mode, anything from Blizzard actually
yeah.
getting done and being there, I'm happy about. Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't know if they will do it. It's tough to say, but they work hard on the game and they're dedicating their time to Next Ramus and a whole bunch of the mobile client working. Like,
Yeah.
there's only so many resources. So yeah, soon I think we'll see that. There's clearly a lot of interest in tournaments. So
Do you guys, Trump? So a follow up question to that. Do you see this kind of arena like tournament being something that's viable, or just purely a one off type of, I guess a better, to be frank, just a funsies type of thing, more so than like competitive event.
No, I definitely don't think it's a funsies thing. I
Okay.
think Arena is, well, let me compare it to Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering has two major scenes as well, limited and constructed. And I think there's no reason Hearthstone can't have the same Arena and constructed. So I think Reynad's proven a very interesting and viewable model. And I hope for more Arena tournaments as well, or official support on that.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
One cool thing actually, like bouncing off that in Magic, they like their highest level tournaments. It's not just constructed. They have to be a mix of the two, so people can't just have like one skill set to do well. They have to be like overall good at the game. So they have it be 50-50 drafts and like 50% constructed. Um, so yeah, it's
Okay. All right.
hopefully they do like hopefully do incorporate something like that because it is a different skill set and yeah,
Yeah, and if
it
they
feels fun.
don't, I mean, we can still continue doing what like again, you kind of proved that you can do it even without necessarily things in the game that facilitate that. So definitely cool. All right, David E or David Y 22 asks Reynad, given ESGN's recent financial difficulties, how are your finances going? Are the Deck Tech website subscription fees bringing in enough to pay your players? I've heard grumblings among your players about having to make videos. Are you planning on making them pull out their pens and write articles for the site anytime in the future?
Was that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, for Tempo Storm? Yeah, it's in their contract to make 2 videos per week, so they absolutely have to. I think it's more than fair. Videos take about an hour of time
Yeah.
to make. I don't think that's unreasonable from players, and there will be absolutely no problem with money. The community has been really supportive with the website. I stream myself a lot. I've been saving up so I can pursue this project, and yeah, no, I'm responsible. We're not gonna we're not gonna spend our money on models to spin wheels and stuff for us. So we're,
Spin wheels.
yeah,
Nice.
that's
That's nice. Okay. See, Bat has a question about DreamHack. We kind of talked about DreamHack. Prey Monkey, question about streaming platforms. I was kind of excited to see how Twitch versus Azubu would pan out since competition is nice. But after the first wave of people moving from Twitch to Azubu, I don't think there's going to be a second wave. Even with the huge signing bonuses, surely it can't be worth it for the people like Ecop to move from Twitch 1K viewers to move to Zubu for 50 viewers. I was I was effing shocked when I visited Zubu a few times last week and noticed that the viewing number streamers get there. Anyway, my question is, do you guys think more people are going to move to Azubu, even while knowing how abysmal it is over there? By the way, I'm not asking it big streamers, Trump, etc., will move over because they won't, but more the average pro streamer who gets 500 to 1K viewers. Also, Deck Wars Season 2 Hype Train Choo Choo. So, I guess I'll ask Trump this. What do you think?
Well, I know a bit about this because I was also asked to move to Azubu.
Yeah.
And it was a tough decision, actually. So I did consider it quite strongly. I will say that the people who moved to Azubu, even though they are obviously getting quite a few less visitors, it's a logical decision for them to make. I think Azubu, what they need to do is either be able to court some of the people who are going to. That's tough because you'd have to pay them quite a lot to move from Twitch to Azubu. Like if you were to lock them in there, or it's tough. Like I'm sure Azubu's thought this through somehow, way more than I have. But they need to do something more than what they are doing right now, of course.
I mean, it's a tough place. It's a tough place to get something started, and in a way, they've taken the approach that you got to invest money to start it, and the way they're investing it is to pay streamers to come over. But you're not going to get instant crazy viewership because Twitch has so many users, and just the organic traffic that they get, from navigating the Hearthstone category and stuff like that you get on Twitch is a lot, thousands, a lot of times, especially with these guys right here. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands sometimes. So, Reynad, what do you think of the whole Azubu Twitch thing?
a lot of times people look at that little number next to the red icon. They're like, oh, okay, that viewer count, that's all that matters. That's like where the money's coming from and stuff. And it's not really the case. There's a lot of factors like how much you're making per ad, which there's different rates on, and the subscription model, and then there's all these little things to consider. So for a lot of small streamers that, like, let me put it this way. I used to stream Magic. I had like 800, 900 viewers, which was insane. That's like 95% of the aggregate audience. And I still wasn't making minimum wage. So, like, it's really tough to make a living streaming. And Azubu gives smaller streamers the chance to, like, make decent money off of that by just paying them, like, a flat fee. And for some people, that makes sense. But if you're established on Twitch, it doesn't make as much sense because it, like, just having access to that many human beings at a time gives you ways to achieve stuff outside of Twitch. Like I can drive traffic to my website, or try to at least. I can. Trump built a huge YouTube audience off of his stream. It's just like you can't. These are things you can't do with 100 people view counts. So, it makes sense for some people and it doesn't for others. And yeah, I mean, I hope the people who switch to Azubu actually get paid. That's how I feel.
Well,
Because I don't want it to be another own.com thing. Like,
yeah, well, yeah, it's true. Definitely true. But yeah, the viewership is they still got some ways to go. They got ways to go just trying to get some more folks. I mean, it's not just Hearthstone, right? There's a lot of other folks, big names in other games that have moved over to Azubu too. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Competition definitely is good, but Twitch doesn't seem to be moving, doesn't seem to be, I don't know, reacting too much to it, at least, from what I can tell. All right, next question. Let's see, Zarpar. Do you think that building your own decks is a good way to improve at the game? Is there room for custom decks in the current meta with only the current card pool? Pretty general question, but Trump, you want to take this one?
or should I?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I'm reminded of like what 4 months ago or something. I was talking with Artosis. It might have been on his show, and he made this off the cuff comment that, well, we've played Hearthstone for like 2 months or 3 months now, and we've probably seen all the decks out there already. And from there to now, like there's been at least 20 to 30 new development decks.
Yeah.
I think that it would be tough to say no, there won't be any more. Uh, we definitely have had a lot of time to experiment with this, and the competition is really fierce. So you can expect people to bring their best, especially with like the ladder system mattering and the spread of information these days. So it gets diffused really fast, and even in something like Magic the Gathering, the metagame tends to be figured out after like 2 or 3 months in standard or block or whatnot, and then it's each new set that mixes things up. I think we're approaching the part where most of the things have been figured out. Maybe you're gonna see one or two like truly new oddball decks which are actually good, and then you're just gonna see incremental improvements to help certain matchups, and then you're like, yeah, that's the status right now, I'd say.
Reynad?
I totally agree with Trump. It's like it basically every type of deck that you can build in Hearthstone has already been built at some point. The difference is like the metagame keeps evolving to rotate in decks from like 4 or 5 months ago,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's kind of the spot we're in now. Hopefully next Rammus shakes stuff up, but
Yeah, I mean,
was the original.
the
Sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say, I mean, the tweaks that you see are more like what Trump was saying. They're really more optimizations of decks than anything else. And it's a big difference between 3 or 4 cards. Like in a lot of these decks, can make a big difference. Even just the style of play that you have. So, but from a standpoint of just these overall archetypes and that sort of thing, I think Reynad's right. I think we've seen a lot of them, but on Reddit, there's that one Reddit thread that shows you like all the decks that have reached legend. I think that week or whatever. You should check that out too. There's a lot of different types of decks there. So overall, I think his first question was, do you think building your own decks is a good way to improve in the game?
Oh yeah, I actually
Uh,
want to go on ChanMan's statement there. That
Yeah.
that thread has a few of the decks which are reaching legend, which are the decks that I would consider to be like the decks that aren't just incremental improvements, but are really fresh decks. Stuff like Valen Mind Blast that
Yeah.
I've seen every so
Say it a
often.
lot. Yeah.
It's cool. Do I think that building decks is important in the sense that, well, there's two different ways to do it. You can either get good at the game by building your own deck because then you truly know the reason why you put each card in and why you moved it, or instead of just doing that, you need to understand the deck builder's intent. If you are playing a deck that, like just net deck one, you need to understand why this card is here and why this card was cut for that. It helps to know the history a bit so that when the metagame shifts, you're able to perhaps revert a few of those changes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with
yeah,
that.
yeah, I think building decks if you want to get better at the game, it can't hurt, right? Like it's just another way of playing Hearthstone. It's another thing that you're doing within the game of Hearthstone. So go for it. Just playing the game in any way at all is a way to improve. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a better way to just educate yourself on the game, and it's one of the most fun parts of the game for me. Even, even if it means like, you do something crazy and you end up losing like a ton, but at least you end up finding out why that's a bad decision and that sort of thing. So definitely recommend it, and uh, just kind of work on your gameplay by maybe net decking and that sort of thing. But it's definitely a skill building decks for sure. All right, Xavier, I think ask Reynad this question. Where's Reckful? It's a great question because he doesn't stream anymore. Wow, he kind of pats himself on the back on that one.
Yeah.
He's a part of Tempo Storm, but where is he?
Reckful's the official mascot. Reckful's in Texas right now. Busy guy, girlfriend, stocks, all that. He's keeping track of. We're trying to get him to go to DreamHack. He has expressed interest in doing so. We'll see if he actually, goes through on that. Wants to go. We'll fly him out and, it'd be awesome to have him play and just hang out and stuff. Um, but yeah, basically he's just not on the internet very often. As most of you have noticed, he doesn't really stream too often. He is the kind of guy that plays Hearthstone like twice a month, gets like top 10 legend and stops. Um, but he's just a busy guy. If he'll be interested in going to some tournaments, and hopefully we follow through on it. Hopefully you guys will see him at events. We are Tempo Storm isn't just forever going to be limited to the 4 players we have now. Like we are. Just yesterday, I approached a player. We're looking to expand by 1 right now, and we'll see if we go through on that. But yeah, Rekful's a really good player. You just don't see him online much. He doesn't really put himself out there. He's just a busy guy. He's got a lot going on.
I guess no fluff. Like, why even have him on the team then?
He actually helps us a lot with testing and stuff. The reason that Tides one of the reasons that Tides got so good at Rogue, one of the reasons he won all the mirrors and deck wars and stuff is because of preparation with Rekful, and he's just a really smart player. I mean, there's no reason not to have him on the team, right? Like at some point he's gonna want to play a tournament. I honestly believe he's one of the best players in the world, and when he does play this tournament, he's going to perform well. So. Yeah.
Okay. Let's look for one more. Let's see. Trying to find a good one here. Okay, so T's T's has a few questions for each of us. Reynad, how was your date with Tides yesterday? Do you have any plans for Tempo Storm after DreamHack?
Oh yeah, so Tides and I apparently are both in Minnesota, which we found out after we started working together. Yeah, we got sushi. That's what that was about. What was I gonna say? Any plans for the Tempo Storm after DreamHack? Yeah, I mean lots of stuff. I want to expand the website. I want to start flying out to lots of tournaments. There's a few tournaments lined up right now that I don't know if I'm allowed to announce because I don't know if they've been announced, but yeah, some cool stuff having to do with teams is starting up, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I kind of just take things one step at a time now, with how they go. But yeah, I'm looking to expand the roster by 1 player right now,
Yeah.
and then I will just continue developing the website, continue making content for you guys, and hopefully you'll start seeing us at more and more tournaments.
All right, awesome. To Trump, would you consider attending a major Hearthstone tournament in Europe, even though you don't like to travel?
Yeah, if it was something, so it needs to be somewhere in between this one right now, the DreamHack one, and BlizzCon, and I would consider attending that one. Like, I really strongly considered attending the this one right here. I know DreamHack is a big deal. It was like on the fence for me, and I'll definitely consider it moving forward.
Okay, great. And for me, Sapper Hex. I would say Hex, because I like Hex better. I like Froggies. Okay, I think that's going to be it, guys, for the questions, and probably for the episode, too. Great episode today, and it's a pleasure having you back on, Reynad, and hanging out with us and talking some Hearthstone.
Thanks for having me.
You want to do some shout-outs? Thank yous?
Yeah, thanks to Gara for winning this morning, apparently, while I was asleep.
Yeah.
Good on him. Well, yeah, shout out to TempoStorm.com, HyperX, like Phoenix iBuyPower, all our sponsors, and yeah, keep an eye out on DreamHack. Hopefully you guys cheer us on and we perform well.
Yep, DreamHack's going to be in 2 weeks, or a little bit over 2 weeks. 2 weekends, at least, from now. So definitely check that out. Trump, want to do some shout-outs? Thank yous?
Yeah, shout out to everyone who's gonna come see X-Men this Saturday with Trump over at the AMC in the Bay Area.
Nice.
More information on my stream.
Wow, a Trump gathering. What do you call all your Trump followers and subscribers?
Yeah, no official name.
No official name. Okay. Trump gathering. All right, that's nice. I heard good things about the X-Men movie too, so should be a good
Yeah,
one.
I haven't seen a movie in forever, so I look forward to
What was
it.
the last one you've seen?
Oh boy. Lord of the Rings. The
Wait, not the
Desolation
wait, the
of
Hobbit? Yeah, the Hobbit.
Smaug.
Okay. All right, it's not that long ago. Not bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, that should be a good time, all you guys. I'll just round it out by thanking you guys for doing the show, Reynad and Trump, with me today, and all the folks that watched this show and watched Deck Wars earlier. Congrats to Gara again for winning, and thanks to Lothar too for participating in that. Also, I want to mention that I'm bringing back my original show, Pro Corner, that I started off doing. That's my first show I ever did on StarCraft, and I'm going to do it in Hearthstone. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, Pro Corner is a show all about coaching and having some of the top players, top coaches come and kind of do their thing on the show, and hopefully you guys might be interested in maybe getting coaching from them or just learning a few things from them. So I'm going to be starting that up on Monday. Amaz, I think, will probably be the first guy to join me on the show. So check that out. I'll have more details soon, but I'm excited. Get a chance to. So I shelved Pro Corner about a year ago, like for StarCraft. After doing like 100 episodes, I felt like it was like about time to kind of try some different things. So getting a chance to bring back my original baby is kind of fun, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So be on the lookout for that. You can find the VODs for this show on youtube.com/ChanManV. I'll probably get that up and maybe 20 minutes after the show, so check it out there. A lot of people asking about the podcasts. So I haven't had a chance to do the audios recently. There's actually a guy who I've given permission to do them on his site, so I'll try to link them whenever I can in the Reddit thread so you guys can find it. But feel free, go listen to the episodes there. I just haven't had any time. I'll probably catch up one of these days and just post it all on iTunes and everything again. But I'm probably like 10 episodes behind at this point, so we'll try to catch up there. Also follow this channel if you enjoy this show or any of my other shows that I do each week, and obviously follow these guys. But I'm sure you guys already watch these guys every week. But actually, what are your Twitters? I forget. At Trump SC and at Andre Yanuk, right? You need to change it to Reynad, man. Tempo Store Reynad or something like that.
Yeah, I should. I just hit 10K followers. I don't want. Am I allowed to switch it?
Yeah, you can switch it. You can keep all those guys and switch it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah, definitely. And then mine's at ChanManV. So that's going to be it, guys. So for Reynad, Trump, and ChanManV, that's going to be it for Value Town. We'll see you next time. Later.